Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This week I want to introduce you to another character from my comic Heaven's Equal. This is Leon. If you don't know and haven't read it, Heaven's Equal is a modern adaptation of Journey to the West, and Leon takes on the role of Sandy the River Demon, but with a contemporary twist. Leon is a highly accomplished plastic surgeon based in the city of Los Angeles. With a successful career, wealth, and fame, he seems to have it all. However, beneath the surface, there lies a darker side to Leon's seemingly perfect life. He possesses an unsettling propensity for violence, a trait that tugs him ever closer to the precipice of demonism. In my comic, you can become a demon by doing things as benign as eating too much, if you are a gluttonous person. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're inherently a bad person and inherently a demon, but as those shortcomings evolve and you succumb to them, that's when it becomes a problem. In Leon's case, he just happens to be extra spicy. When you become a demon, you take on animal characteristics associated with the type of shortcoming or sin, you could say, that you've committed. In Bo's case, Pigsy in Journey to the West, he is a pig because he acts like a pig. Although Leon has not acquired the physical animal characteristics yet, the telltale sign of his impending transformation are unmistakable in his piercing blue eyes. In Chinese myth, especially dark blue and black hues often symbolize the presence of demonic forces, serving as a visual reminder of Leon's dangerous path that he treads. But fear not, Leon's journey does not end in darkness. Heaven's Equal offers a captivating redemption arc not only for him, but for a lot of the demons. The whole point of the story is hope, and it's a story about how we as people can be introspective, and with the help of others and a really good support network, we can be better. As the story unfolds, Leon himself embarks on a transformative path, guided by the compassionate and ever-tolerant hand of Sean. Together, they navigate the intricate nuances of personal growth, striving to find alternative solutions to life's challenges that transcend violence. This character sheet, which was brand new, I've never drawn this character before at all. He was not even on the radar when I started this comic back in 2016. This character sheet showcases everything that Leon's about, from his designer suits to corsets to his expensive taste in sunglasses. To ensure anatomical accuracy across the entire comic, I created a 3D model that will effectively solidify his anatomy, and it's really, really useful. I've been using Daz 3D to do this for these comics, and I've absolutely loved it, and am very glad that I started to integrate it as part of my process. The fashion choices that Leon dons in every panel are a testament to the collective imagination, of course, to my patrons. I had to give them a massive thank you and a shout out. They ended up picking out what he wears, and I love every single... I love it. Everything is great. He looks fantastic. Leon is a little bit of a sleaze, but he's also very attractive, and he knows that. And I think that the outfits that the patrons picked out on Patreon really do showcase that. It may be a little while before Leon actually shows up into the comic because the comic project itself is just so huge. But I figured getting this character sheet out of the way sooner rather than later is going to be best for comic planning. I also needed to solidify Leon's design for a spine illustration that I needed to complete for the first issue of Heaven's Equal Volume 1, which is a collection of the first 5 chapters of the webcomic in a print form. Leon needed to be on the spine or part of the spine, so I had to have his design done before I could move any further with that. This character sheet was incredibly helpful because it allowed me to really narrow down what his outfits look like, what he looks like as a person, what his proportions are compared to other characters and things like that, and then with that information I can move forward consistently. I know already that Leon is going to be a fan favorite. Everybody already really likes the gay character, and Leon is violently gay, but then also he's full of murder, and I can only imagine that people are going to be really attached to him. I do think, though, that because his I guess his character arc is so satisfying. He reaches a really dark place. He reaches a really low. And the reason that he's doing these violent things and that he's like murdering other people, he does have a really good and noble reason to do so. And I think he's a perfect example of how those noble intentions really can lead you to a bad place at the end of the road if you're not careful about how you go about fulfilling those intentions. What I think is interesting about my version of Journey to the West, Heaven's Equal, the comic that I'm making, is that all of these characters do not want to help Sean. That's the most important thing. Sean doesn't even want to help Sean. Sean takes the place of Tripitaka in my version, and all of them are not very invested in actually completing their mission, so it'll be really exciting to see where this character transformation not only takes Leon as an individual, but the group as a whole as the comic continues. Now for the info dump. To read Heaven's Equal free, you can find the link in the description. If you want to read it and sub, I would be ever grateful. If you want to help me design characters like these in the future, you can subscribe to my Patreon at $10 a month, and you'll have access to this kind of a poll, as well as a bunch of other rewards. The link to check that out is also in the description. And as always, like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed the content, make sure to ring that bell icon so you get notified when I post another video. Thanks so much for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.